Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is me, Dukect, with this bigger, not really shocking news. According to BleacherReport.com, link will be in the description, John Cena, who had early return from his torn triceps, last month, that injury would take people like 5, 6, 7 months to heal and to at least rehab. But yeah, he came back 2 months early. And, well, during the European tour, you have this quote right here from, I think they clipped this from Wrestling Observer newsletter. It says, and I quote, internal reports from the current WWE European tour note that John Cena was really hurting after having to wrestle every night, just a short time after returning to the ring before his body could fully heal. Now, I'm not really surprised by this. I mean, let's be real. He just came back from a huge surgery and injury, or what have you, with this whole torn triceps. And, at this point, John Cena, it looks like he's going to probably, this right here, John Cena might actually, injure himself. He might pull an edge and basically get himself out of the WWE. He's like, I would not be surprised that he might just say, my body's banged up and I have to retire. And I feel I don't want that to happen. I want him to go out on his own merits. But at this point, Cena, I'm worried about him. I really, really worry about John Cena and his health because he's 36 years old. He's not an old guy, but he has his whole life ahead of him. But when you look at what his body's been put through, it's just a matter of time before he gets some. He's going to be in just chronic pain probably for the rest of his life because of what his actions and, not really doing rehab and such. Say what you want about Mysterio and Undertaker, what have you. When they get injured or hurt, they stay down. They're like, they chill. Mysterio is chilling right now. He's not rushing to get back. Same thing with Undertaker. He got hurt. He's staying. He's like, you know what? I'm staying here. I'm going to relax and do all the things I can do. I'm getting myself prepared for WrestleMania in a couple months afterwards. And this right here is another problem. And not only this, but this on top of the complete and utter failure of the whole Best for Business storyline. Let's be honest, it failed completely. It didn't. Daniel Bryan had his taste of the spotlight, but yeah, Triple H are just not really effective villains. They just bore me. And if you love the storyline, you like it, you think it's great, more power to you. But honestly, I got bored of that storyline after the whole Night of Champions. I was like, no more. I just stopped watching. Heck, honestly, this is the last time I watched a full War was basically like last month. I was off and on, but now I'm like, I'll find other stuff to do, doing homework, playing video games, doing everything else, working on the show. By the way, TNA Bound for Glory review will be hopefully up next week or so. I was bogged down with reviews and then, reviewers and such. But anyway, off my personal tick, what have you. But anyway, it just seems like I just don't mind. I just don't really care about it. And then you have this corporate cane, which I just again don't care about. But another thing that I am really worried about is that the next guy's up. Not only John Cena's health, because that's paramount. I'm worried about John Cena's health, but also who are the next guys up? Who are the people who's going to stand up to be the next big guy, the next guy for the WWE? But right now, someone say CM Punk, but yeah, CM Punk, I think he's going to retire. I'll take a huge break because he's I think last year, comics say, well, he didn't want to really break any hearts. So I think he's going to leave soon. Daniel Bryan, I think he's going to stay for a while. But Big Show, I think he's going to leave probably next 2 or 3 years. Kane, I don't know how long he's going to last, but I think he's going to probably retire next 5, 6 years. Let's see. Triple H, I think he's going to settle more in the COO role and be less in the less in the in-ring capability. Undertaker, I don't think he might retire soon. What else? I mean, who else is there? Randy Orton, who he is a main eventer per se, but I don't think he's just as over as John Cena is. I mean, you got the women and girls, you got an RKO, but how long before he might screw up again? I mean, he's already 2 strikes. He has already 2 strikes on the whole wellness thing. And personally, and he got the strike this year. Even though it should be a 3rd strike because supposedly back in 2007, when he did the things, oh, don't worry, he already had done his little supposed, he already served his sentence, so this is, it didn't really count. So, yeah. This is, it's just, I really enjoy Randy Orton as a wrestler and such, even though he can be a bit boring at some points. As the crowd in the UK supposedly told him that. Seriously, yeah. God, I love the UK crowd. And props to TNA doing all their pay-per-views there, which they're one-night onlys, which brilliant move. But whatever. Anyway, there's not much people there. I mean, The Miz should be I honestly think, as much people hate The Miz, I think he's actually a good wrestler. I don't care what y'all say, he is a good wrestler in my eyes. And I think he should have been the corporate guy, because he just screams off this faux hatred type stuff. More than Randy Orton. At least Miz will actually dress up in a suit and really be that corporate asshole. But it's just, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to really have true pushes. In fact, the article goes down talking about this. They talk about Wade Barrett, Ryback, who is a huge missed opportunity. Probably one of the biggest missed opportunities ever. I know he might have a bad attitude or what have you, but at this point, the dude was over. The dude was making the camera shake in arenas and such. Man was over, and they just... I am gobsmacked of how they completely screwed over Ryback and the entire WWE. They put him up there. Hell, even after he lost, he still got a huge chance. People still had a chance to go, but yet they still chant "Feed Me and More" and what have you. The big meat hook clothesline and everything else. They cheered for him. They loved the guy. They loved him. And what did WWE do? They buried him. They basically squashed him. And I'm sorry. It really bothered me. It really bothers me that the WWE does not know how to make talent, because they have made talent before, and I'm hopeful with Triple H getting more in that COO role, and he might actually do some real good. But it just seems they're going to be on a tough road to hoe for a while, because they have not made big stars. They have only made truly bench warmers. Oh, they have Royal Champions as jobbers, as in like Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger is the main problem for himself, because hey, can't stop smoking a sticky icky and what have you. Seriously, man. Dude, stop doing that stuff. Hopefully he stopped, but honestly, it's just so many missed opportunities, so many missed chances with guys, and yet WWE completely fails and what have you. And a lot of people, like myself, have stopped watching the show because of it. That Cena has been, without John Cena, the show seems to just say, okay, we'll just wait till John Cena becomes the main hero, which just sucks. And then when we hear new stuff like this with Cena getting injured, not injured, but just looks like he might re-aggravate his injury. He's getting hurt, like he's feeling a lot more pain or however he's hurting. And a lot of it's on himself. A lot of this is on John Cena. Basically, just going out tough and what have you. I'm like, dude, just take the months off. I mean, I wasn't clamoring for John Cena. I know the fans like, oh, I want John Cena, but no, let him rest, let him recover, let him have, tell him with Nikki Bella, have a nice, happy life with them, with each other. That's what I would like. But it seems like he doesn't want that. He seems like he still loves the business, and I just don't want to see, read a report that John Cena might have to retire because of injuries. Because I think every day seems to be the same way. It seems every day, he's doing the same type of moves and having these long time matches, and that stuff catches up to you, and it just. I don't want to be this cynical, bash. I want to hope that he's fine. I want to hope the WWE is not doing anything stupid by putting him back into focus. I really hope that. I really hope that he is that he is fine. He is medically cleared, and he knows how to go out there and be safe. Because to me, this is reminding me of RG3, the Washington Redskins quarterback, Robert Griffin III. The playoff game last year when he said basically he's 100%, like he's fine, put him back in, when he wasn't. He knew that, and the coaches knew he wasn't. They just said, okay, what have you. They didn't send him down. And, well, they paid for it. And now, he's doing better now, but, you just got to sit back and wonder what if he actually sat down or, that sort of thing. Or if he learned how to slide, because most of the injuries he had, and maybe if he slid, maybe that would have not have happened or gone out of bounds. But he is doing that now. Not the sliding, but getting out of bounds. Yeah. But anyway, back to point. John Cena is seeming like he's saying, I'm fine, but I don't think anyone in WWE is going to actually stand up and say, no, you're not fine. Someone needs to stand up and say, John, you're not fine, you're still hurt, you need to go back home. And not put the world title on him. They shouldn't have put the world title on him. Hell, you know what? Hell, have Goldust win the world title, have Goldust and Cody Rhodes fight for the world title at WrestleMania. Why not? Be better than having John Cena basically injuring himself, being heatless Del Rio. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely insane, but I think John Cena shouldn't even came back. And if he wanted to come back and do this to his body, that's on him. But WWE should go up and step and say, hey, this is wrong, John. We love you. But no, man, you need to stay home. Get yourself better. And come back when you're 100% after you rehab that elbow. Don't rush. Do not rush. Do not rush to get back here, because we will make sure you're going to be just fine when you do come back here. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyway, this is Dukect here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Don't forget the Dukect Lounge live podcast tomorrow. And we'll be talking more about this in depth. If you want to call in, you want to join in, link is down there as well. So hopefully you take a look at that. Anyway, Dukect, peace and love. I'll see you when I see y'all. Later.